This has been such a good year for gaming. So many amazing games have already released, and there are still more set to come that I'm really looking forward to. I play video games for a living, and I haven't even managed to play all of the games, let alone finish all of the games that I've started. It's like that meme where all of your unfinished games are looking at you playing another game. But I've enjoyed so many games this year, and a lot of times I've played a game and been like, this is the game of the year. I know there's still a lot of games set to come out this year, but a game launched this year that I think cannot be topped. And I don't feel like it's too soon to say this. When I played all of the games this year, I was like, ooh, how's the next one going to top this? Ooh, how's the next one going to top this? And then they do. But I think that I have reached the peak of the mountain with this game. When I played Zelda, I really thought, okay, this is going to win Game of the Year. This is amazing. And I haven't even gotten close to finishing it. I'll probably end up finishing it off stream, and kind of my Switch games are the games I like to play when I'm not playing games on my PC. And Zelda does win Game of the Year when it comes out, but I was holding on to play Starfield because I was like, okay, that's the next big release. But after Starfield, I can confirm that Baldur's Gate 3 is not only Game of the Year, but one of the greatest games ever released. And I tend to make these tavern talks about questions I often get repeatedly asked in my chat on twitch.tv/Rachel K. Self plug, come watch my streams if you are keen to come hang out. But Baldur's Gate 3 is one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life. I know that that's a bold statement, but I stand by it. It's everything that I want and was wanting in a video game. A lot of people ask me, should I play Baldur's Gate 3? Is it worth it? Will I like it if I don't like turn-based games? I think that the fact that it's a CRPG and it's a turn-based game is the thing that turns a lot of people off playing Baldur's Gate 3. I personally have played a lot of strategy games, so I'm quite comfortable and I enjoy turn-based, like Civ 6 or Age of Empires or Total War Warhammer. But I haven't actually played a CRPG. Baldur's Gate 3 is my first. I haven't played 1 and 2. And Baldur's Gate 3 is Game of the Year, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm also going to tell you why you might like the game if you're considering if you should get it or not. Don't worry, I won't give you any spoilers. I haven't finished the game myself. I'm in the end of Act 3. I really like to take my time with RPGs and really explore every nook and cranny and side quest and talk to every NPC and just really dive deep into this game. Baldur's Gate 3 is everything I've wanted in a video game for so long. It's so weird because I was speaking about this, I feel like when I was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance on my stream, and I was saying I would love a world where it's so close to being real, where everything changes depending on the decisions I make, and that there's consequences for my actions. Baldur's Gate 3, you are dropped into this world, and every turn that you take, every path that you make affects your game. It affects your story, just like it would in real life. So I haven't watched anyone play this game, but we're all having complete different experiences in this world that they've created. If you take a literal left turn before you take a right turn, your story could be different. If you talk to someone else and make a decision before speaking to someone else, your game will turn out different. That's what I've been wanting. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like the launch of Baldur's Gate on topic, is going to bring a lot of love to the tabletop Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons movie came out. That was amazing. And I was like, oh, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, and I really enjoyed that movie. Baldur's Gate came out, and I was like, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. This is so good. I'm like, I need to play a little bit of tabletop Dungeons and Dragons. So maybe when I come to America, I'll try find some people to play with me. But anyways, back on track. A lot of people obviously on Twitch are watching me play this game and are wondering if they will like it. They're wondering if it's too slow. Watching this game doesn't come close to playing this game. To be put in the center of a world and live in that world and make decisions in that world, it feels the same pacing as real life. It doesn't feel like you're going slow. It doesn't feel like you're going fast. If you look under a rock, if you take an unexpected turn, if you dig a little bit deeper, you can find things that change your story, that deepen the lore, that help your gameplay. People are coming into my chat saying, I'm 300 hours in, 200 hours in. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was there. How did you find that? It's beautiful. It's everything that a video game should be. Every character you talk to changes the whole outlay of your game, and no one is having the same experience. You can replay this game and have a completely new, brand new game than the one you had before. Not like maybe like a little bit of a different outcome. The series of events are all different. The people you interact with are different. The storyline quests will be different. I love consequences. I know that I'm a scum saver. I know what my intention is, and if the thing isn't what I was trying to do, then yeah, I'll go back and I'll reset it. But the fact that when I do make a choice that I wanted and it has a consequence is what I've been wanting. I don't like it when nothing means anything in a video game. I want everything to matter just as it would in real life. And everything you do in Baldur's Gate 3 matters in your game. There's obviously the bonus of all the sexy romance, which I'm into. And I obviously have to sleep with every in-game character for science. I wouldn't not do my due diligence and find out who I can sleep with and see what it's like. The voice acting in this game is impeccable. Each character's personality shines through so vividly. You get such a good sense of what each person is like, and your group feels like your little buddies. You pick your I guess your 3. You can also play with your friends, which I haven't done. I don't know if I would like that or not. I really play slow. I don't know if I would like someone, going like, come, we're going here. And I'm like, wait, I haven't looked around this corner yet. So maybe I will. I don't know. I'm definitely going to be doing another playthrough. The dialogue is perfect. You can speak to so many NPCs and gain valuable information. You can walk past NPCs, and if you linger a little longer, as you would in real life, and you hear something and they notice you, that can start another quest line. Things I love in a video game: violence, cool weapons, tons of loot, sex, adventure. And this one has all of those things. I'm probably missing some, but those are the pillars. You can have super steamy romance scenes. You can have wildly weird romance scenes. Who you romance affects other things. If you decide to kill someone, if you decide to have someone join your group, if you decide to be mean to someone, if you decide to be nice to someone, it changes the game. A lot of people who don't play turn-based games or who don't really like turn-based games are playing Baldur's Gate and saying, wow, this is one of my favorite games I've ever played. I'm loving the turn-based combat because I just love strategy games, and it's a bit of a strategy. Sometimes when you start a video game and it's all new and exciting, and then it slowly gets a little bit less exciting as you play it, this game, I couldn't decide between Act 1 and Act 3 being my favorite because it's just so good. Baldur's Gate 3 has changed the game, and I'm in love with it. So for everyone asking me the question of what is game of the year, it's Baldur's Gate 3. And for everybody asking me, do you think I would like this game? I've never played a CRPG before. I think that this is one of the greatest games ever made. And if you haven't tried a CRPG before, or any turn-based games, then I would highly suggest trying this out. You might not like it, then you can return it if you've played less than 2 hours, as I always say. But definitely give it a try. I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you think I'm crazy for saying Game of the Year too early? Do you agree with me that Baldur's Gate is one of the greatest games ever made? Or do you think that I'm totally wrong? And not only do you dislike Baldur's Gate 3, but do you think that there is a complete different Game of the Year? I'd love to know what you think. But a lot of people have been asking, and I know for certain that Baldur's Gate 3 is Game of the Year. And if it doesn't win, then the results are wrong because it is the Game of the Year. Thank you for hanging out with me while I talked about, in my personal opinion, Game of the Year, and just a little bit about Baldur's Gate 3 in general and what I love about the game, and I'd really love to hear what you guys think. I love reading all your comments in all the previous videos. Thank you so much for listening or watching if you're watching. And come follow me on Twitch if you want to hang out. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Mwah. Here's some head pads for the watchers. Listeners, you can imagine them. Okay, bye.